Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with my final project for Craspire on the latest batch of products that they had sent me as an agreement. So I am going to create some tags with pockets and use these dies as the focal image. So let me just show you the dies really quick here. So we've got Smile, Love, Lucky, and Good. And I believe I mentioned it in my unboxing video. I am opposed to the concept of luck. I don't believe in luck. And so even though this is an absolutely gorgeous die, there is not a thing wrong with it. So if you're cool with that, you'll love this. You'll love this whole set. It's absolutely beautiful. But I'm choosing not to use it in my makes because I'm not going to use it in a journal. So but I wanted to show it to you anyway. These dies are so intricate and so beautiful. So let me just show you what they look like kind of standing alone. So there's the one that says Good. Isn't that just beautiful? I mean, look at the detail. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. This is one of my favorites, Smile, and I just printed this or cut this one off of a digital. So I love that as well. Just again, beautiful detail. I love the really petite, thin lines on this one, and this one says Love. So today we're going to be making some tags with pockets and such. So this is the prototype that I made. So I needed a way to showcase and show off the die cut, and it was a little bit tricky to do, to get a background with digital papers that would show it. So this is what I came up with, and I glued this on 3 sides, and so this is a little tuck, and we've got a little journal card in there. I did, as you can see, sew around them. And this is actually going to probably be glued down into a journal when I do end up using it, or I might give it as Happy Mail, we'll see. And so we've got 3 different ones we're going to do here. And so let's start with this one. And I will probably do some stitching around as well. They're not going to all be tags as I'm looking now. Some of them are going to be just a journal card. I didn't create something for every pocket because, again, this is about showing off the product, meaning the dies, and so I can come back later and go ahead and add some things into the pockets. So let me go ahead and ink this up really quick, and then I'm going to stitch around both of these pieces, and I will be back in a moment. Okay. So these are stitched around. I did stitch separately because this is actually kind of oh, you know what? This could be a belly band. I think I was going to make it a side tuck, but I think I want to make it a belly band instead. Let's do it. I forgot these pieces though, so man, oh man, where do I want to put them? They're going to cover up our stitching, but that's okay, I want them. So I'm going to go ahead and attach them with my fabric tack just because it's a little bit of a rough surface when we get that stitching in there. So I'm just going to use that just for ease here and a surety. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I am getting caught up finally with a variety of things in my life. Summer break just started, so I'm looking forward to things like cleaning out my closets and junk drawers and things like that just I don't get to until the summer. So trying to aim for about the same distance here on the bottom. Again, perfection is not at play in the studio, so if it's not perfect, it's okay. So then we're going to put our little thing here in the center. Boy, that stitching really took some of the landscape. I'm going to just ink a little bit around this. It's a little bit too bold for me, too solid of a color, so I'm just going to kind of just get some grunge in there like so. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. So these are tricky to glue because they are so thin, but it can be done. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. So I just start in the center. If I can get this unplugged. You know, she's not very cooperative, this art glitter glue. Okay, there we go. And I just kind of go out on some of these points here You do want it to be fairly secure because this is going to go in and out of a pocket because it's going to be a journal card. I misspoke in the beginning of the video. I had to get reacquainted with the project because I actually created it and my prototype about 2 weeks ago, right after the accident, or right before the accident actually. So kind of that, I didn't literally get T-boned, but I feel like my life got T-boned a little bit. So, you know, when you have an accident, even if it's not your fault, you're dealing with medical stuff and you're dealing with insurance company stuff and claims, and it's just not fun at all. And then closing out the school year. So there we go. That should be good. I'm just going to turn her over and place her right here. I love it. Love it, love it, lovey. Love, love, love. There we go. So then we're going to go ahead and glue this on here like so. And off camera I'll probably make a couple of things to stick in there. I thought I had done that before I finished preparing this project, but apparently I did not. So my apologies. There we go. Let's get this on here. It's going to cover up my stitching, but that happens often for me. Just gonna get that lined up so it's mostly centered. Okay, it's going on top of that stitching, so I'm hoping that that's going to be okay. I think what I'll do is go ahead and hold it with a couple of clips. I should have just used the art glitter glue, but I mean the Fabri-Tac, but clearly I did not. So that is number one. I love the subtle way that this looks. It's just a nice little addition to anything. I mean, it would be optimally beautiful for cards. Now, what I found is that you couldn't do the negative of the die cut because you lose the definition around the word. I did try that, but that's okay. I still absolutely love the product, and I would highly recommend it. So that's not backed either. I'm gonna have to do some stenciling on the back of that. Crazy. Okay, so let's go on to this one. So this is similar. A lot of these are similar, but I did want to showcase the product as well as the papers that I'm using, and I don't think I mentioned these are Jackie from Rockwell Craft Designs, I believe is her shop name, but I will confirm that and put her link in the video description and over on all my social media and blog. So let's go ahead and, what were we doing with this? This doesn't even take up the whole thing. What the what? Oh, I think it's supposed to go in the middle. So even though we do lose a lot of that, there's really no way around it unless I went narrower with my band, which I could do. Let me take a little bit off of this now that I'm thinking about it again. Just take another little bit off. Doesn't have to be too wide to actually hold our little die cuts, so that way we'll see more of those beautiful, more of those beautiful flowers. I keep getting confused. So I am also going to ink and stitch around these, and I'll be right back. Okay, stitching is done on this. You probably might have noticed that I did add a couple of little borders I had cut out here and forgot to mention them before I turned over to the sewing machine. So there we go. So let's go ahead and glue this on. We're not going to make a belly band out of this one. It's just going to be a tag, which is okay, but I love that we can see more of that floral, and we've got this piece that's really you know what, we could go ahead and make this a belly band. What's the harm in that, right? I mean, I don't have to use it, but I could if I wanted to. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac this time. Lesson learned on the other one. This will just grip a lot faster than the art glitter glue. There we go. So let's get it kind of towards the bottom. I don't want to cover all this beautiful stitching though, so I'm going to kind of go like that. Okay. It looks pretty straight. Feeling pretty good about that. We're going to glue our die cut on it. So I did also ink that up a little bit just because I like to tone that down some. So I love that. Absolutely. I think it kind of needs to go in the middle. So same thing, it's a little challenging, but we can do it. And just kind of tap tap all over the place till we get everything covered. Need some place to hold though now. So I hope you guys will check out Craspire. Usually with them I only I pick things that have to do with wax seals and stuff, but I was really glad I kind of went off the beaten path with this. And so let's try to get this kind of in the middle-ish, like so. I love that's a lot more grungy. That's way more my style. Again, oh, that one's inked on the back, or it's got coffee dyed paper. Interesting. So that is number 2, and let's do the last one. We'll be done. This one's a little bit different. This is going to be a pocket tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ink these, and then I'll come back, we'll glue this on, and then we will, I'll go over to the sewing machine. So let's do a thumb notch though. It's not a pocket without a thumb notch. Just trying to do something a little bit different here. I didn't want them all to be the same. There we go. Jackie's got some amazing kits as well. You guys check her out. I hope that you've watched the other Craspire videos I've done. Super great. I mean, I have never been disappointed. I'm going to go ahead and make this a tag, so I'm going to cut my tag corners. I loved the last batch I got because I got the fairy wax seals, which were so epic. I loved them so much. So they're very beautiful, very defined. So love them. I'll just stitch around this one really quick again, and then we'll be done. You can find all the links in the description box, and the links to not only the supplies I used, but also their general site and any other pertinent information. And let's go ahead and ink around this as well. I think I wasn't going to stitch this piece because of this die cut that I used. I used one of my dies to kind of create this interesting little corner on the pocket. I think it was supposed to go on the pocket, wasn't it? I think it's too long. I think I'm confused about what I was intending to do, but that's going to work just fine. We're going to just smooch that up a little bit. And so let me go ahead and cut that off. That's really weird. Really weird. I think I need to trim just a little bit off this edge. I think it's a little bit too wide. True confessions, I think I forgot what I was actually doing with this one because it had been so long since I prepared it. But, you know, improvisation is a thing. And the struggle is real. So I'm just going to turn this over and trim that up. I like that. I like it. There we go. A little bit of ink. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to sew that because I think that'll look weird. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just on the corners here, just so that it'll hold on the paper. Okay, and I'm going to sew around the tag. I'll be right back. Okay. This one is done. I'm not going to use this one, so I was thinking about this, and I think I'd like to leave these without anything more in them in case I want to stick some other kind of ephemera in it that's not, oh, look at how that matched up. How that, wow, that's perfect. In case I want to add something different to these pockets when I actually put them in a journal. So I am going to go ahead and stitch this on, or sew this, or glue this on rather. Almost would like to put that over here and make it a little bit of a tuck. Let's see if we can do that. We need the full height though for the die cut. So I think we'll leave it, but I think I will leave it as a pocket or a little tuck. So we're going to glue on this side and this side. And I will be ready to let you go. Again, all the information can be found in the description box of the video. I do love Craspire. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Never disappointed. I like that better because the point is not going into that little divot of the circle, so that's good. So then we've got a little tuck here. I'll show you if I didn't glue it. There we go. Yeah. Hold still, Cara-Renee. I'm going to ink this flower up to this die cut just a little bit. I don't want to grunge it too much, but I'm a grungy girl. Oh, that tore. That's all right. I was a little bit rough on that. Okay, so let's glue good on. Got a little bit turned, so it will take special care when we glue that part. So here we go. This glue dries clear, so even if I get it oozing out, it's not going to be a problem. So, boy, it's just really hard. I think I'm going to get some on my fingers here in a second. See if I can kind of dab it or spread it around with my finger. Gotta put it down though. It's my second video of the day, so I think I'm gonna have to take a break. Just trying to get caught up. Just caught up with my life. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and put her on. Put her on. I'm just gonna try to straighten that word since I kind of broke it. That was my fault. I'm just gonna kind of turn that just a little bit. Get my paper towel. Go ahead and just kind of press that all down. There we go. So those are our 3 projects that we made on camera anyway. There are 4 altogether. So again, I would probably, I might add the ephemera. I'm not sure. We'll see how I feel, but this was the prototype. So I will see you in the next video. Again, check out the links in the description box. Take care. Bye-bye.